Spare a thought for poor old Shane Duffy. He's managed to score 3 own goals in 120 minutes of football for Blackburn this season, making him the joint top scorer in the Championship. If that wasn't bad enough, with minutes remaining, Duffy got himself sent off by punting a ball at an opponent. Now, I'm not suggesting that Shane Duffy was hungover, but this is what happened to Gary from Clacton-on-Sea when he got in from work last Thursday after another Crown and Sceptre lock-in. Poor bloke, we only went out for one. The thing is, Craig, with Gary, it's never just one. How do you go back into work after something like that? It's the equivalent of me consistently putting out shit YouTube content each week until I'm fired. How long would my bosses stand for that? The rivalry between the Bucharest clubs Dinamo and Stoia is among the fiercest in the world. And while kicking the shit out of each other on the streets is one way to get one over on your rivals, sometimes more Machiavellian tactics will win out. Before the recent Champions League qualifier between Stoia and Manchester City, Dinamo fans approached officials of their rivals posing as specialists in fan display, offering a unique tifo to cover up one side of the stadium just after kickoff. They were clearly given responsibility by the Stoia board and managed to get Stoia fans to hold up a tifo that translated as "Only Dinamo Bucharest." Stoia fans love a bit of patter as well, to be fair. An account which was made to look like the official Twitter feed from the club went on a glorious rampage against the money that Manchester City have, but perhaps more importantly, they attacked how this money was gained. Now, there are better placed people out there than Bull Street to comment on this, but as a pure act of antagonism, the FC Stoia Twitter account nailed it. As we know, during this game, Sergio Aguero missed 2 penalties, but spare a thought for his countryman Martin Palermo, who must have been having flashbacks during the game. He missed 3 penalties in one game for Argentina against Colombia in 1999. It pretty much spelt the end of his international career. That was until Maradona brought him back out of the wilderness in 2010 for Argentina's FIFA World Cup qualifying campaign. Needing to win in their penultimate game against Peru, the score was locked at 1-1, heading into a rain-drenched 89th minute. Argentina attacked and the ball was fired into a crowded box, only for it to fall to 36-year-old Palermo, who slotted it home from 4 yards. Cue wild celebrations of retribution from Palermo and unbridled relief from everyone else. Glorious. Now, I had promised to leave Arsenal alone this week, but come on, you lot are an absolute joke at the moment. I'm like a snake in hibernation. Like, leave me alone, I'm not bothering you, but you keep bunging rats in the cage, and what am I supposed to do? You leave me no choice, I've got to strike out. I have to, I'm a snake. I'm a snake. I'm a snake. I'm a snake. To be fair, I was convinced that Riyad Mahrez was going to the Emirates as well, especially after watching this from our very own Robbie of Arsenal Fan TV.
Jamie Vardy, Schmeichel, Wes Morgan, Ogazaki, but where's Mahrez?
And perhaps Robbie had some influence on this guy, this gooner who was so confident that Mahrez was signing for Arsenal that he went out and bought an extortionately priced shirt, had his name put on the back of it and Mahrez's number, and he even splashed out for Premier League badges on the shoulders as well. So busy. If this isn't God telling you that you have too much money, I don't know what is. Don't worry, Arsenal fans, you are leaving it very late, but I'll be with you, with the rest of the Bull Street team, on transfer deadline day, covering all of the transfers as they happen. Hopefully, I'll be laughing directly at you then. Next month, UEFA will vote on whether to make changes to the Champions League. The top 4 leagues in Europe will be guaranteed 5 places in the competition. The top 4 teams will qualify automatically. The 5th place team will be placed into qualifying rounds. Included in these changes would be a historical merit place, which would mean that even if, like Chelsea did last season, a team didn't finish in the top spots, they would given their previous performance in the competition, still be given a place in the Champions League. This is reportedly to help convince top clubs in Europe against splitting from UEFA and forming a Super League of their own. So don't worry if you've done shit this season, there's still a place available to you at the expense of a club that actually deserves it. You know what? UEFA and their elitist competition, and the clubs, my own included, if they want to split and form their own playground to play in. The glory of football won't disappear if these competitions exist. The glory of football will live on, as it always has done, in the hearts and minds of fans, the ones that love their clubs without this so-called success. At the very top, they will continue to milk every penny out of the game, and you know what? Let them. Let them get on with their clandestine skullduggery. Let the television companies continue to profess the glory of the Champions League places, and we'll get on with loving the beautiful game at every level, from Sunday League to the Premier League. Fans make football, no one else. Not the Premier League, not FIFA, not UEFA. Let us never forget that. That's it for Talking Balls. We'll see you next Friday for more of this bollocks.